Hey everyone, Pete from Pete's S10 page, and we're going to do another product review. If you recall, about a month or so ago, I reviewed a 3D cup holder from RC Extrusions for Gen 1 pickups. Really big hit. A lot of people liked it, so we're going to do another video. After the last video, I got several offers from other people within the S10 community that make things and asked me to take a look at them and share them with you, and that is what I'm going to do right now. You might recognize this. Gen 1 arm pull. Now this one is in really good condition, but the one on my truck isn't. I know a lot of other people's aren't. It has a plastic back, a solid plastic piece here, but for the most part it's just foam rubber. And over the years, this tends to wear away and get really soft, and that's problem one. The second problem is a lot of people run these screws in with like a power drill or an impact driver or something, and a lot of the time these holes are just beaten out and the screws just go right through them. There's no meat left for those screws to hold on. So I got a message from Ben Osborne down at Buddy's Garage in Tennessee who has a solution, and he sent me a sample to share with you. Very well packaged. Now I have seen these before, and never really laid hands on them. Little advertising thing. I might scan that in for you to take a look at toward the end of the video. Alright, what we have here are two pieces of sheet metal, basically. It looks like stainless. If you look, it's even stamped Buddy's Garage on there, along with 4 screws. Again, they also look stainless. Now, basically, the whole thought of this solves both the problems of it breaking down and without the bolt hole. I'm probably grabbing, yeah, this is the right side. Basically, what this allows you to do is it nestles down in there and lines up with those screw holes. Then basically screw it down, and then it not only holds it down securely to the door, but when you go to pull it, that metal edge gives you something to get your fingers on and really pull it without ripping up your armrest any further. Now, I'll be honest, I never told Ben this. I looked at these the first time and said, it's a piece of folded metal with some holes in it. Anyone can make this. And after about half an hour of trying, I had a couple ugly pieces of metal that fit, but did not really look as good as they should on my truck. And for the amount of time I wasted trying to make it, I probably should have ordered these. They are really nice. The edges are nice and smooth. They've been cleaned up nicely. You can tell that they were machine cut, machine bent. They look really nice, and those holes just line up perfectly. You can see daylight through there. It just fits right in, and then at profile you're really not seeing it. So if you're worried about something being seen, it's really not. Unless you look for it, you don't notice it there. So give me a minute to reset up my garage. We're going to put a set of these on the yellow truck. Alright, we're out here at my truck. We're going to do the passenger door for you here on the video, just because it's a little easier to get to right now. Basically, you can see on mine, pardon it not being clean, these holes here are really rounded out. And then I should be able to just take those 2 screws out, slide this in here, put the new screws in there, and then from a distance you're not even going to notice it's there. Alright, at this point I should be able just to unscrew these. So these are the factory screws. I am going to save those. I just generally like to save factory hardware because sooner or later I might need the factory correct screw on something else. So I'm going to put these aside and save them. Here you can really see that these holes are really widened out. And inside there you can see just kind of how torn up they are. A lot of people have worse ones than I do, but mine are in particularly bad shape, and finding new ones of these is extraordinarily difficult, and if you find them, people get a mint for them. Now, put it back on. I'll drop this in here. Beautiful. Perfect. If it looks like a yellow cast off there, bear in mind I have a yellow truck and we're getting a little bit of reflection from that, and the sun is also playing a part in that. But yeah, it looks really good. I guess I'm really happy with the fit and finish. And when you're standing back, you don't even notice that they're there. So cool deal. I'm going to do the driver's side real quick. My garage is a bit of a mess right now, so driver's side's a really good example. You can see how they get worn through, and those screws really just fall down through and aren't really holding anything on. Again, they don't make them anymore, so it's really hard to get replacements, but mine are nice and solid. The foam core itself is in good shape, so I can live with it. If I can solve this problem here, I'm quite happy. So let me put this on real quick. Now you can see my driver's side looks just as good as the other side did. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. Everything I have to say is positive. They fit in really nicely. They include all the hardware you need. The only thing you need to install them is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and whether it's a daily driver or a show vehicle, they are perfect either way because they look good, they're very functional, they are worthy of anybody's Gen 1 truck. I have a lot of cool things coming up in the near future on Pete's S10 page and here on the YouTube channel. A couple things I want you to keep an eye out for. I finally have my hands on some Brazilian S10 literature. I'm working on getting someone who can translate Portuguese for me to help me with a couple things on it. But I look forward to sharing that with you. I also got some really cool ombre stuff. I don't know if there's any Isuzu guys out there, but it'll be really neat to finally have some Isuzu stuff on the page, because as of now I really have next to nothing regarding it. Recently, this past couple weeks, you'll see me start sharing. I got a bunch of Oldsmobile stuff. We all know I'm not the world's biggest fan of the Bravada, but I did get some sales literature and materials on the Bravada. It's really cool, and I look forward to sharing it with you. I'll just give you a little sneak preview here. Just some really cool dealer-only information about the Bravada, as well as some Gen 1 stuff too. I've been trying to find some Gen 1 stuff, and a lot of this stuff is lost to time, but I look and I look and I look and I find it when it's cheap. Here is a 1993 press release kit. In 1991, has a bunch of color slides and a bunch of other information. I've got some of this scanned in, and keep an eye up on the Facebook page. I'm going to have a lot of that on there, as well as Pete's Retro GM page, my new page for stuff that's not specifically about S10s. I'm going to put a lot of the Oldsmobile stuff on there that is not specifically related to the Bravada. This page is self-sufficient as of now, but if you want to see a lot of cool S10 stuff, I could use some help with it. Everything we see on this channel is done out of my own pocket, and obviously I can't just buy everything I want because I only have limited means to do so. But you can help. You can join me on Patreon, where you can contribute to the page, become a subscriber, get behind-the-scenes looks, see stuff before everyone else does, and see some other little stuff that I just don't share because it may be incomplete or trivial for the Facebook page. But if you go to patreon.com, you can help support the page, help me get some new stuff to share with you, eventually maybe get some better video equipment, better microphones, things like that. Again, I'm doing it all by myself, so you can help. Thanks a lot.